Alrighty, everybody, welcome back. This is your host, ID Chester. We've been playing our brand new game. We just picked this up, just got it delivered on Wednesday. It's now Friday. What have I been doing for 2 days? Nothing, I guess. We're going to be playing Distilled. This is the Spirited Strategy game by Paverson Games. Paverson Games? And this is one of these games that looks really involved and everything. Lots of different working components, trying to work things out. I know nothing, 0% about making any kind of game, any kind of spirits, alcohol, yeast, sugars. I know nothing of that. So I was very intimidated about this game, but after watching a couple playthroughs, I think I could probably run a distillery myself. It's not very hard, I guess. Getting a good score might be different, but I mean, the basics is pretty understandable. So let's take a look at this. This is going to be kind of a table hog here. As you can see, kind of zoomed back out a little bit. I've done a lot of the preliminary setup. So I've already got the market deck. This area right here is the market deck. This is our basic resource decks. These are all ready to go. This is our player board right here. This is our solo AI setup. You're going to randomly take cards from C in this row, and C in this row, B from this row, C in this row, and A at the very top. And our object is to work our way through this, finding a path through these cards to the end. And then what we want to do is we want to add up the B row and the A row and get our total victory points that we need to go. So you can see that's 10 victory points. And we'll say we go to this one, that's 75. So we're going to need 85 victory points. If we go to, say, this one, that's 11. And this one is 70. We only need 81 victory points. So it also depends on what you're doing and how you're doing it and all of that stuff. I'm not going to say that this is going to be an expert playthrough, that's for sure, as I don't know much. But I do tell you one thing, I will be able to show you how to play the game because I think I understand it pretty decently. Like I said, it's not too complex once you understand the basics. So there is basically these different flights that you can use for your different spirits. So this happens to be flight A. There's also a flight B, a C, a D, an E, an F, a G. There's a whole bunch of different ones. We're going to be using this one. And based upon those, you're then going to look in the book and draw out all of your different people that you can be as a distillery. And then you're going to randomly give each player two, and they're going to choose one. I chose this one right here, which is Annie McAdams. She's Europe and Ireland. That you can see her little symbol there. And during the sell phase, so when we go to actually sell something, I'm going to gain 2 extra victory points when I sell a spirit containing at least 3 flavor cards. Where's our flavor cards? Here's our flavor cards right there. So if I have 3 flavor cards or more in it, she will be able to get 2 extra victory points out of that. So there's a little backstory, gives you some information. There's starting resources. We start with 3 money and 1 water. And we have our specialty signature ingredient and our specialty drink. Only we can use our specialty item, which happens to be in this case unmalted barley. You can see it's got a little picture of her on there, gives you some information about it. This is not in play for us until we purchase this, and I'll show you how we do that later. And then we also have, every time you create one of your special spirits, whether it's vodka or moonshine or whatever, you're going to have a house label, which you can use to put on your player board to get some special bonuses and stuff. Of course, we have our own signature label as well, which gives us a whole bunch, 19 victory points. It has to be aged. You have to have at least 3 grain in it, I think. It is a single pot still whiskey is what she's known for. That's going to go at the bottom of our board down here under signature recipe. So that's kind of what we are. The basic story behind this is your family you have inherited through your family a distillery that's going out of business, and your job is to take over and run it and make it become successful. So we start with the water. All players always start with a metal barrel and a bottle. So you're going to use this for things, and you're going to look at this for things. So if you look at our different spirits, you can see like moonshine, we don't need any sugar. We don't need to age it. We don't need to put in any special barrel or anything. Same thing with vodka, although with vodka we do need some kind of sugar. We can just put it in a metal barrel. But when these here are bronze tier, there's silver tier, and then gold tier. And we got to unlock those abilities to be able to do those. So in the beginning, obviously, we only start with $3. It costs us $2 to try and unlock the bronze, 4 for the silver, and 6 for the gold. Now, I think part of understanding this game, playing it solo, is to understand what is your final goal. What are you shooting for? It doesn't matter so much the path that you go. Is what you're trying to do. If we look at this card, it says collect 6 non-age spirit labels. So, like, we could just make moonshine every single time, and because that would be a non-age spirit. If we do that, we could collect this at the end. We need at least 75 victory points at the end. So that's something we could shoot for. The other option is going to be collect 4 aged spirit labels. And we need to have at least 70 points. So we only need 4 aged. What aged means you build it, and then it has to sit there for a turn or 2 or 3. And of course, our special ability is if we have 3 flavor cards in it, we're going to get an extra 2 victory points for that. So the longer we can age it, the more cards you put in every year. So obviously going for these non-aged ones doesn't seem like really works well with her. So we're going to try for this. Click 4 aged spirit labels. Now, of course, because you got to age them, it's going to be, it's going to be a little bit more difficult, to be honest. It's going to be a lot more difficult. You're going to need barrels to age it in. Of course, each of these, this top row up here, are basically special people and different upgrades that you can get. Then the middle row is your upgraded ingredients. And then the bottom row is your upgraded items. So depending on what you're trying to do, we only start with $3, but we would like, Obviously, if we were to make a vodka, we would get an extra money. Moonshine's worth extra money as well. We don't want to spend too much money right off the bat. We would like to unlock some of these again. It's kind of a resource management type game. We have to start, obviously, down here at the bottom. These are going to be the most important ones. This one says, spell a spirit containing 3 alcohol or more. And so we could try for that, or we can try for this one, which is sell a bronze tier spirit. That's going to be one of these two. So obviously, if we get stuck trying to get up the chain, we're not going to be able to get to the very end. So, we 3 or more alcohol. Well. So what do you need, right? So what is the basics you need? You need, and if I move this out of the way, maybe we can see this. Put these out of the way. So on the side of your player board, there's 3 different areas here. And there is a slot for yeast. So you need yeast. You need to have yeast. So you need at least one kind of yeast guard. You need water, which we fortunately already have water. That's the one thing we do start with is water. And then you need some kind of sugar. There is, of course, grain sugar, there is plant sugar, and there's fruit sugar. So plants or grains sugar, there is plant sugar, and there is fruit sugar. So you need some kind of sugar to interact with the yeast and the water to make alcohol. Now, obviously, you might need a barrel if you're going to try to make whiskey, or you might need like a clay pot if you're going to try to make gin. You might have to age it through several turns. There's all kinds of different things. And again, there are going to be items and abilities and ingredients that will help you try to manage to do all these things as you're trying to earn victory points and earn your rewards as you move down the chain, hopefully. So, for the basic ingredients, we can buy 2 of those every round, and only 2 of those. So we can't just go, oh, you know what? We want 5 water and 5 yeast and 5 of these. You only get 2 of those. So we got water. So we're gonna need yeast. So one of our 2 ingredients that we're gonna get is yeast. Boom. And the second ingredient we're going to get is going to be it is going to be we got our yeast, we got our water. I'm looking at what we can purchase. We only have 3 money, so I am going to get a mixed. I should mention, when we get the yeast, when purchased, immediately gain $1. So we gain $1 by actually getting the yeast, which is a good thing. So we actually have 4, which might change what we want to do then. So, the second one I'm going to take for free is going to be our grain, because that's free. This costs 1 gold, this costs 2 gold. So, obviously, there's also a clay pot and a barrel, which costs money as well. But those are our 2 free cards. And, of course, there's no special ability on those. And we started with the water. So, we're done. We can make something. Like, we can make moonshine. We can make vodka or moonshine with these 3 ingredients. But are we going to try and get something else? Are we going to try and set up for next round? What are we trying to do for next round? So we got some money. Do we want to hold that money and wait and see how it turns out? Obviously, if we could, complete this, sell a spirit containing 3 alcohol or more. So like if we created something that would sell 3 alcohol, that might be pretty good. All right, I think what we're going to do is a lot of these things will disappear at the end of the round. So what I'm going to try to do is set myself up for what are we going to do next. Like if we tried to complete a bronze tier spirit, we can go for this chichacha, and that is a grain. Or is that a grain? No, that is a plant, right? So that is a plant. And I'm going to need to have a plant sugar. So what I might want to do is purchase that now so we have it for next round. So there is potatoes out there. Well. All right. I think what we're going to try to do is we're going to spend one, and I'm going to buy this rye here. This rye only costs one, and then we can get something else in. Some more barley. We have 3 more money. So I'm going to spend, I'm sorry. This costs 3 is what it costs 3. Cost is down here. This is how much you earn. It doesn't cost me 1. It would cost me 3. Which makes me not want to do that then. So I will take my 1 back. Okay. So if I bought a glass bottle, there's, again, guys up there that will help us. But if we have this glass bottle, what does this, if we try to sell our moonshine in a bottle, what is it going to give us? When selling, gain 1 XP. If selling, if frosted glass bottle. If selling, let's see what that symbol is. We can look at the. If selling non-aged, you get 2 instead. So that would be probably a good purchase. It costs us 2, but we get 2 money back. Because we're not going to be aging this for sure. So we'll spend the 2. That's what this, and get a new super cool bottle. And we'll get our money back for it. That's fine. Oh, we got another bottle there. We still have 2 money. I think we're going to hold... we could hold that money, which... Because, I mean, we're going to have to start getting more things. So, yeah, we'll wait. All right, so... We're going to take our water. We're going to take our yeast. We're going to take our sugar. And then for every sugar you add in, you're going to add in an alcohol. And then we're going to take all the cards that we put into it, and we're going to shuffle it up. We're going to shuffle it up, randomly determining what we're getting out of this and see. All right, and then we're going to take the top one off, and that is going to be our mixed grains. And we're going to get our bottom one off, and that is going to be our water. And then we're left with these 2 things, which is alcohol and yeast, which is moonshine, because there's no sugars left in it. It's still alcoholic moonshine. So what we've just made is moonshine. So we get the moonshine label here. And what we're going to do is sell the moonshine. We get to put the moonshine in the barrel. And then we're going to decide how we're going to sell it, and we're going to sell it with our frosted glass bottle since it's non-aged spirit. And so now what we're going to do is just simply add up how much money we're going to earn from this. We get 2 from the bottle, 3, 4, and the moonshine is plus 2. So we get 6 money. We're rich. 5, 6 money. And then we're looking at victory points. We have one victory point. Yay, 1 victory point right there. Our barrel goes back. The alcohol goes back. The yeast goes back. And then the bottle we just used, we're going to keep that aside because at the end of the game, we're going to find out if that was, depending on how many bottles we have and the combination, we might get some victory points for it. Now what we need to do is assign our label to a different location. So we can put it here and get $5 extra. We can put it here and move our signature ingredient to our pantry. So we could take our malt barley, wherever I move that to. Where did I move your signature ingredient? There. Nope, that's not it. What did I do with your signature ingredients? Here it is, right there. I could add that, boom, to our pantry if I wanted to. I can discard a card from the pantry and take any card from the truck, which we haven't done yet. We can take 1 free ingredient, which is the middle row. We can take 1 free recipe, which is, plopping something down there. We can take a free item, which is these, and a free upgrade. So, I should probably make sure I'm doing this in order. So we have the market phase. Then we have the distill phase. We have the sell phase. Then we have the aging phase, which we're not doing because we're not aging it. And then we have the end of round. Check if fulfilled spirit rewards. So, distill phase. Place cards in washback. Sell phase. Score victory points and claim a spirit label bonus. Okay, so that's when I sell it, I claim a bonus. And I think that's important because we're going to start to try to get some of these other things done. And for that, we're going to need let us see. We're going to need eventually a barrel because, again, depending on things. We're going to need either 2 greens or 1 of the plants. We could try to grab a free item. There's a barrel that costs 7. They're very expensive. Or we can go with the extra money right off the bat to try and get a better start of things for the next round. We're going to have to spend some money for this, some more resources. I think we're going to take a free item, and that item is going to be our ex-bourbon hogshead barrel. Our ex-bourbon hogshead barrel, which normally would cost us 7. The thing with this is when we age it, we get to put in an extra flavor card. And of course, because of her special ability, so we own this item now. Alright, so did we complete any of our objectives? We did not. Move the round marker. Oh yes, we get to move the round marker to round 2 already. Right, so that was a quick round. And we got nothing done. We made no progress. Great. All right. And then what we're going to do is we're going to flip this card up. And we're going to get this. And all of these items are going on the truck. So those two. And this one. And this one. And 1, 2, 3. All right, well. So we got a metal brick house. When aging a spirit in your warehouse, add 1 additional flavor card to it. That we need that card. It costs 5 because her special ability this and that is going to give it, yeah, it's going to have 3, and so she'll sell it for more. All right, so what do we have left over now? We have water and we have a mixed grain. So in our mixed grains, we could make soju. If we had, it has to have at least 2 grains, and needs to have at least 2 grains, grain sugars. We have 1 grain sugar already. So I'm thinking about purchasing that, which was going to cost us 2 money. And it's worth 5 victory points. And it would complete our sell a bronze tier spirit. So we're going to purchase for 2 a bronze soju. There we go. We're going after the soju. So we are going to need yeast again. Yeast. And then we're going to also get we are also going to get one of these. And then we still have $6, which there's some grain out there. We could make some pretty good grain. We have 2 already in there. We're going to need at least 2 at the end. And again, you're going to be shuffling and then you're going to be removing 2 cards. So it could remove one of our 2 grains and then we wouldn't be able to complete this. So we've already taken enough from the basic marker. We can't get any more. So do we want the metal rick house, which is going to give us a bonus whenever we age our wine, or age our whiskey, which is probably what we're going to do next? We still need 4 aged spirits labels. So we're going to have to start. We desperately need. Yeah, we can't get the metal rick house. There's no way. We can't afford that. So I'm going to spend $5. I'm going to spend 4 on some barley. It's only going to leave us $2. All right, well, there's nothing we can do about it. We just have to. All right, so we need water, check, yeast, check, and we're going to put in 3 grains, which means we're going to put in 3 alcohol. 3 alcohol, 3 grains, a water, and a yeast, and we're going to shuffle this up and see if we can make us some soju. Soju. Now, unless we pull out 2 of these that say that are bad, we should be okay. We don't want to pull out like 2 of our special resources. All right, here we go. So the top one. No! Are you kidding me? The bottom one. Alcohol. Lovely. Whew. Alright, so that leaves us. This is what we got left. Some alcohol. We got some mixed grains. We got 2 grains, yeast, water, and 2 alcohols left in there, which means we've made some. We can choose what we want to make. We're going to make some soju. Which, grab this. Again, doesn't need to be aged. It needs to have at least 2 grains. We just have 2 grains left. And then all of this stuff goes back in the pantry. That goes back in there. This goes over here. Nope, not yet. Wait a minute. Before we put all this stuff away, we need to get all of our money. We are going to put it in a barrel and sell it with our basic glass bottle. So we're going to end up with 1, 2, 3, 4 money. 4 money. And no 5 victory points. So we're up to 6 victory points. Lovely. This goes back. This goes back. Water, yeast, our 2 ingredients, and our alcohol. So, we've made soju. So now we can do the same thing with our soju. Oops, we forgot to get our $5, so let's get our money for making that. Alright, so I'm thinking about getting whiskey. Oh, wait, we're going to claim this. Sell a bronze tier spirit. So we get 1 victory point. Yay! And we completed this, which we take $1 or one out of the bank and show it that we've completed that. And then we reveal the next 2 that we can get to from that location. Collect 2 different spirit labels, which we have already done. We've got soju and moonshine. Sell a spirit containing no basic sugars. Either one of those could come in handy. Oof. All the bees are going to be really tough. Really tough. So, I think we're just going to take the $5. We're going to take the $5. We're going to go for the money. Although this, yeah, because that only costs 4 to upgrade that. We're going to need 2 grains. Again, I've got a grain, which is nice. We're going to need 2 grains And then we're going to have to age it. We have a nice barrel to age it in, which is awesome. But at the end of the turn, all of this is going to go away. We're going to get rid of this one. And this one. And then these 3 are going to go away. And then this one and this one. All right. So we still have a chance of getting the metal rick house. We still have a chance if we want to spend the money on it. It costs 5. And it might be worth it. And you can get multiple labels. So I can get another moonshine label. I can get another soju label. I can get whatever. We got this barrel for a reason. Because we're going to try. Yeah. You know what we're going to do? We're going to go to the metal. We're going to buy in the metal rick house. I'm going to just do it. Costs us 5. But whenever we age something, it gets an automatic 1 flavor. When aging a spirit in your warehouse, add 1 additional flavor card to it the first time it ages. And then our barrel is going to do the same thing. So this is going to be very tasty, our first one. Our first one is going to be very, very tasty. Okay, there's some natural spring water there. So again, what we're going to need yeast. We're going to buy yeast, which is going to give us $1. Boom. And then we're going to need water. Because we don't have water. Now there is a natural spring there. So we could add water for free if we bought that every turn, which would be nice. Oh, I think we just go after moonshine. Because this here, we only have to spend 1, and then if we sell moonshine with it, we get $4. That's a nice little investment for later. So we're gonna cause this. What are we gonna? Wait a minute. What are we gonna need? Right now we have yeast and barley. We need water. We got the yeast. We only get 1. We only get 2. So we already got 1, which means we're gonna have to get water. And when we do that, you may reveal the top card of any market deck. Purchase it or return it to the bottom. Well, we'll take a look at this. Ooh, stainless steel barrel. This one automatically comes back just like our other barrel, but it's worth 2 money. If we're gonna do another soju or moonshine or vodka. 4. You know what? I am gonna buy this. It's gonna cost us 4. And then I'm going to buy this mason jar for 1. And we're going to go cheap as all get out. We're going to go for more moonshine here. We're going to try and get more moonshine. So we put in the water, we put in the barley and the yeast, and we're going to get out 1 alcohol, and that's it. All right. We're hoping to sell a spirit without sugar. If we can do that, we can complete this one, move up the ladder, get 2 money from this, get our moonshine, which is going to make us a lot of money. So we're hoping our basic sugar, which is going to be, yeah, sugar. So we want to get our barley removed from here somehow. We got a 50-50 chance because the card on top and the card on bottom are leaving, and there's 4 cards. So we got a 50-50 chance of completing this. Oops, we should be on turn 3 already. My bad. My bad. All right. Come on now. Here we go. So, 1 on top. No, it's water. 1 on bottom. Yes! That means we have just alcohol and yeast remaining. So, we have to put it in a container. So we're going to use our stainless steel barrel, and then we're going to sell it in our mason jar. And we are going to try to get some more moonshine. So, when selling moonshine, get $4. When selling, you return this card. It's worth 2. So 4, 5, 6, 7. 7, and this goes back. This goes over here. 7 money. And moonshine is worth 2. That's 8, 9 money. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 is 9 money. Nice. And then victory points was 1. I should count this. I should count those before I put them away. 1, 2. I think it was just 2 because we went super cheap. We went super cheap. And now we have to do this. And if we're gonna go for whiskey, and we're gonna have to go for whiskey. And we're going to claim this. Boom. So that we moved up the chain up to this one, and it's going to give us 2 more money for that. So we're getting quite a bit of little money now. We can get a free ingredient. We are going to need an ingredient that is going to give us... you know what? No, I'm going to get the free recipe. Yes. Free recipe right there. And we're going to take the whiskey because we've already got the grain sugar. It needs 2 grain sugar. All right, so we've got a little bit of money to spend now on the next one. All right, so now we're going to have to either sell a spirit worth 15 or more or collect spirit labels requiring all 3 barrel types, which is going to be near impossible to do any one of those. Actually, we're going to claim this one instead of this one because no. When we go to sell, it should be worth a lot of... I think it's going to be worth a lot of money when we go to sell it. We're going to be able to put in some extra... Okay. So, the end of the turn, end of round 3. First and the last card go away. First and the last card. First and the last card. And the first, second, and third. I'm going to have to start aging some stuff, or we're not going to be able to do anything, and we're going to lose. Which is probably what's going to end up happening, but we're going to try it anyways. Well, right now we're on target for this. We can get 6 non-aged. Because we got 1, 2, 3 already. We just need 3 more non-aged ones. But that doesn't work well with our... hey, Jester, like this game? Yeah, it's pretty neat. I like it. It's a little resource management deck building game. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Great, great stuff. All right, so we've got leftover barley and water. Good. So we're going to need, if we're going to do whiskey, we're going to need some more grains. We're going to put it in a barrel, which we've got the barrel, so we don't have to worry about that. We got some extra money, so now it's time to decide if any of those things are going to help us much. We got some grains there. We got a grain here. We need at least 2 grain. We don't have any yeast, so we have to get yeast. So we're going to get yeast. And when I get yeast, I get $1. I'm going to try and remember that. And the second thing I'm going to get from the basic market is another basic ingredient. So that's it. We can't get anything from there. So I'm going to spend money. I'm going to buy this for 3. 1, 2, 3. And then I'm going to put this in for 2. And let's see if we can get some more goodies. Mountain Spring Water. If removed from spirit stack during the distill phase, add a basic water card to the spirit you just distilled. Ooh, this was a nice bottle. You buy it for 1 and sell it for 4. Another good investment. Yeah, we're going to spend 1. Get another barrel. Might as well. Or another bottle. So what do we end up getting here? 1, 2, 3. We got 4. Our yeast or water and 4 alcohol. Okay. All right. Yep. We're going to do it. 1, 2, 3, 4 alcohol for our barley, sorghum, wheat, and our mixed grains. And then our yeast and our water. There we go. There we go. Lovely. We're going to try to make some whiskey here. We're going to need to make like 4 turns in a row. We're going to need to make, there's another barrel. It costs 5. Maybe I should grab that barrel. I've got money. I'm going to do that. I'm going to grab this, spend my 5, get another barrel for next turn. We're going to have to cycle through. We're going to cycle through our barrels. All right. I think. I don't know. Let's see. All right. All right. Top one is alcohol. Our bottom one is sorghum. So we need at least 2 grains, which we do have at least 2 grains in there. And so what we have to do is put it in a barrel. We're going to put it in this barrel. Then is this the same one as I got before? Let's see. And no, we're going to put this one in. Oops. All right. So we're going to put it inside a barrel. We're going to get the little whiskey and put it on top. And then you normally add in 1 flavor. One random flavor. Boom. So we add in a random flavor. But because I'm using this barrel, when aging for the first time, add one additional flavor card. So I get to add in another flavor card. And then we got this, which is when aging a spirit in your warehouse, add one additional flavor card to it if this is the first time the spirit is aged. Boom. One more additional. So this hopefully will be worth 15 money, maybe. We're hoping. Especially if we can put it in our bottle that's going to get $4. So we're hoping. Okay, so we don't get to sell it. It's got to age. We don't get to sell it. It's got to age. So what we do is flip this over and get rid of all of the cards that are in the way. First and last. First, third, and fourth. Slide these over. Okay. This goes up to round number 4. So, at the end of the round, if you didn't sell any spirits, we didn't sell anything this turn. We had to age it, so we can't sell it. You can do what they call a tasting. So you can invite customers to come to your place. You sell them some tastings, but you're not actually selling anything. So you can lose a victory point for money, and you can do that up to 4 times. You can lose up to 4 victory points to get 4 money, or 3 money, 3 victory points, 2, 2, 1, 1, whatever. We only have $4, so we have to think about what we're going to be doing next turn. We're going to try again to get another whiskey. We got a barrel. Do we have any grains? We have a grain. So that's good. We're going to need some more grains. Is there grains out there? There is. I'm just going to give up 4 victory points. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're back down to 5. We're going to take 4 money, though. 1, 2, 3, 4. Because we didn't get our little label either to put out there. Okay. And I'm probably making a mess of this. Again, I'm not an expert at this game, but it's pretty cool. So we are 1, 2, 3. We're through 4 rounds already, so we're on to turn 5. So we're not going to be able to complete this one, I don't think, because that's going to be, well, that's not true, because I got 1 aged. We can age 1 for every rest, round 5, round 6, and round 7. Then we should be okay. It's going to be close. I don't know. We're going to see. So, we're going to need to make it every time, though. Otherwise, we're going to have to go for the collect 6 non-aged spirits. Let's see. Large storage once per market phase. May discount 1 item by 1 gold. Coppersmith during the distill phase. You may add 1 additional... Is that alcohol? What is that symbol? You may add 1 additional something. Yeah, it is alcohol. Okay. Add an extra alcohol so that way you can... We're going to need lots of grains. That's the problem. Hmm. There's a fancy bottle. When selling, gain 2 victory points. If selling Asian spirits, gain 3 instead. So if we were... Oh, actually, soju is an Asian spirit, so that might be worth it. Obviously, getting some more barrels. We're going to need more barrels. We have a barrel. Alright, and we got a alcohol. We don't have any water or yeast. Oh, this is going to be bad. This is going to be really bad. We got no water and yeast. So we're going to need to get yeast, which is going to give us $1. We're going to need water, and we're going to look at the ingredients and see if we want to buy this. We don't. Ooh, we don't want to buy this. We're going to hope and pray we can get some more. We're going to spend 2 on this. I would like to have at least 1 more in there, but so the one thing you can do is you can purchase things and then you can trade things one time with the market. A board game about making whiskey, Tony says. I can get behind that. Yes, sir. Yeah, it's cool too. It is very thematic, I'll tell you that. It is all about I'm thinking about adding another ingredient just so I can get more alcohol in it. And ugh. It's going to cost us $4. Jeez. All right, we just have to hope we don't draw. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're only going to get 2 alcohols. So 2, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we're going to have to. We're going to have to. We can't risk it. So our cheapest is, we're going to put apples in it. Why not? No, this one's better. It's costs 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And it's now 1, 2, 3, which is going to give us 3. 1, 2, 3 alcohol. All right. Let's distill it and see what we end up with. If we do not end up with whiskey, I think we are really going to have to alter what we're doing here. We're going to have a ton of money after this turn, though. One way or the other, I think we're going to have a ton of money. All right, so we are hoping that we do not draw either one of our... If we draw either one of our grain sugars, we're dead. We're done. That's okay. That's fine. Yes, we're good. So we made it. Grain sugar, we're good. That is a very alcoholic, very alcoholic. Holy cow. We have to put it into a barrel. We're going to declare this is going to be whiskey again. Once during the age phase, gain $1 if this barrel is aged in your warehouse. So it will. So we get to put a flavor in it because we have the metal rick house. We're going to put another flavor into it. And now this one gets to come out and we're going to sell it. So let's take a look at what we ended up getting here on our Bourbon's Hogshead. So we ended up with a spicy plastic and I got two of the bad ones. Look at that. Tasting plastic and tasting sports bag and spicy. So I got a spicy sports bag plastic. So that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Are you kidding me? 10? 10? Oh, wait. We have to... 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We can put it in our bottle. That's going to take it to 14. We need 15. Uh... 14. It's because these two gave us nothing. Ah. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Oh my gosh. 14. How is there money for something else? The barrel that we had it in wasn't worth anything. Ah, what a bummer. We can't get to that 15 mark. Oh my God. Of the 3 cards we put in, one was worth 3, one was worth 0, one was worth 0. Ah. So 14 money. I don't think we're going to be successful. 14 money. All of these can go back. We will keep the bottle. The barley can go there. The yeast. That can go there. Alcohol, alcohol, alcohol. Some water. Gosh darn it. That goes there. And that goes there. Which means we can't win the game because we cannot sell 4 aged spirits and we can't collect 6 non-aged spirits because there's only 2 turns left. So we technically have lost the game, but I'm going to finish it out so we can see how close we can make it. So the whiskey... During your market phase, may discount 1 a distillery upgrade by 2. So we're going to take an upgrade for free. It's going to be her. So now, once market phase, we can discount 1 distillery upgrade by $2. Okay. And then we are going to... Oh, I can't believe... So this one and this one go away. This one and this one go away. And then this one, and this one go away. Slide everything up. spirit labels containing all 3 barrel types. We're never going to be able to do that. What I am going to do is I am going to claim this one here so we can go up this path maybe. Sell a spirit containing 5 sugars or more. Maybe we can do that. Let's see what we got left over. We got a palm and an alcohol left over. If that palm wouldn't have been removed, it was worth 2. That would have been nice. Or the alcohol. That would have been nice. We only have our metal barrel, our stainless steel barrel, and our glass bottle. We do have a ton of money. I knew we were going to have a lot of money, but... So, we've got 1, 2, 3. This moves up to turn... we've gone through 6 of these, right? Is that where we're at? 1, 2, 3, 4... No, only 5. So, we're on turn 6. We're on turn 6 of 7, so we only have 2 more turns. I can only earn 2 more of those. Actually, we could still try to collect 6 non-age spirits. It's not over yet, actually. Now that I think about it, it is not over. hang on. No, I only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're going to need some water. We're going to need some yeast. That's the 2 things we're going to need before we can even do anything. So yeast gives us $1. Water. Let's just pull this out. And turbo yeast. During the distill process, add 1 additional alcohol. Purchase that for 3. Sure, let's purchase that for 3. Okay. Trucker. They purchased 1 card from the truck. Oh, nice. Nice. Glassworks. So we do get a discount if there's something out there we would like at the end of the distill phase. Add 1 card to the spirit you just distilled. That might be worth the money. Let's see. Didn't add 1 tasting card to the spirit you just distilled. Yeah, we're going to buy that. Because of her giving us a 2 discount, it's only going to cost 4. Sure. Unfortunately, that fills up our... We don't need this anymore because we're not going to be... Gosh darn it. Well. When selling... We didn't make our signature either, did we? No, we did not. So each character has their own signature. See, she has her own signature ingredient with her own special recipe that she can make. It's not over until the Fat Lady sings, but I think she's just about done with warm-ups. Yeah, I agree. It is... I think I would... If I was, like... I think I would just call it if I didn't want to see how close we can get. I guess is the... We need to sell a spirit containing 6 sugars. That's never... These are really tough. These are really tough. Like, collect spirit labels requiring all 3 barrel types? Are you kidding me? You have to get gin. You need to get whiskey. Well, we could try. To get the gin. Because you need the clay. We don't have anything with the clay pot. We have a metal barrel. And we have a wood barrel. We just don't have anything with the clay pot, which means we would have to purchase the gin. And that would be 4. So we'll buy that for 4. Let's see, what do we need for gin? We need a clay pot. We don't need any sugars. That's interesting. Oh, we forgot to add our 10 points for the whiskey that we just sold. Oh, we forgot to add up our value for the whiskey. Gosh darn it. All right, whatever. So for gin, you don't need anything other than a clay pot. Of course, there's no clay pots there. There is one over here, but we had to get our yeast and water, so we can't get that unless we trade an item in once per round. We can do that. We're going to take the wheat for 3. Take the wheat for 3. At least it's with $4. And we're going to get the apples because I don't think we're going to go after the gin. I think we're just going to go for broke with the 5 sugars and see if we can get 5 sugars. Can we get 5 sugars? 1, 2. Oh, we only have 3 sugars in here. I don't think we're going to get 5 sugars if we only have 3 of them in here. So we have 3 sugars. 1, 2, 3, and then because of the turbo yeast, we add in another alcohol. Oh, brother. This is not how to play. This is not a tutorial. I will say that. This is hard. Woo! You really need to min-max. Really need to min-max well. Oh, when we sold that whiskey over here, it had 3 flavors in it. We get an extra 2 victory points from her. Forgot about that. That's why we did all that stuff that we were doing. Alcohol is out. The palm is out, which means we end up making we had 1 wheat left in there, so we can make some vodka. Looks like we're making some vodka, boys, in our stainless steel barrel and our glass bottles. That is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11, 12. A very good investment. 12. Any victory points? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 5 victory points. And the vodka is worth 2. That's 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Vodka, yeah. Alright, so this goes back, this goes back. That goes away. That goes away. That goes away. Turbo yeast goes away. Oh, brother. And then do we want to sell our whiskey? It's only got 2 flavors, so no, we're gonna might as well let it go 1 more year. Put another flavor card on the bottom. Get rid of some cards and go to the last turn. First one. Yeah, we're not even gonna make it up the list. Ugh. That one and that one. That one and that one. And this one. And this one. Ugh. Cool game though. It's definitely, you're not gonna see many games like this out there. And you can definitely tell the people that made this game are experts at what they're doing. Like, experts. So we're on to turn 7. This is it. We're at 24 victory points. So we have... we forgot to get the vodka label and put out the vodka label. That would help. Uh-huh. I will grab a free ingredient. Get a one card from the pantry, and we can take a card from the truck, so I could get rid of this alcohol and basically get any card I wanted from the truck, which might be fruits are expensive, aren't they? Woof. We're on the last turn, so like things that are going to earn us money throughout the game are not really what I'm interested in. Here's a nice clay pot we could have used like a million years ago. Yeah, let's get a clay pot. We're going to try and get some gin. We're going to make gin. Damn it, we're going to make some gin. All right, we need some yeast. We need some water. That's going to give us $1. We literally have gin. Cannot have any plant sugars, and it can't have any grain sugars. Oh, and you need 2? Is that what that means? Is that a 2? You need 2 plus? You have to put it in 2 clay barrels? Oh my god. This gin, I don't know about this gin, that's for damn sure. Well, alright, we can forget that idea. I am not really interested in making gin anymore. Holy crap. That's where the inexperience of knowing what you're doing comes into play, I guess. Alright, so let's go for whiskey because it is worth more money. We only have 1 stinking plant sugar. We only have 1 plant. I give up. I give up. I think it doesn't really matter. Let's just... whiskey. We'll just go for vodka. It doesn't really matter. Again, we're gonna end up 1, 2, 3, 4, and even if we make this, it'll only be 5 of 6. But we can't get by this row. We can't not get by that row. And it's all because our one thing we sold for 14 as opposed to 15. 5 sugars or more. Oh, that's crazy. You're going to need a ton of sugar. Like a ton. Yeah, whatever. I am just going to, boom, put alcohol in it and be done. I'm not even going to matter. It's not even going to matter. So let's just finish. We're just going to go for some alcohol. Remove this. Remove this. We end up with the palm and some yeast. Yay! We'll put it in our steel barrel and here. And we're going to get 4, 5, which is going to be vodka. Yay, vodka. That's 1, 2, 4, 6. We're going to have 3, 5 victory points. 5 victory points. Yay. 5 victory points. That goes over there. That's there. We keep the barrel. We actually end up doing a great job with the barrels. So you earn victory points at the end of the game for barrels. Or bottles. I keep calling them barrels, but they're bottles. Let's see. We get some victory points for these. What do we get? Bottle collection. We have 4 bottles. That's 7 victory points. Woohoo! Yeah, I think we just get 7 victory points. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I ended up with 36 stinking points. That's not good. No, not good at all. The only way to win is to get all the way up the chain, but I couldn't get by this. I mean, that was brutal. Brutal. We ended up getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We could have completed this. We could have got 6, but we only got 5. Because whiskey is a aged spirit, so that didn't. We weren't even going for that one. These two are like the opposite. Like you go for one or the other, you can't like fall back. Like one doesn't work well with the other one. So there you go. That is a look at Distilled. Interesting, obviously interesting. The people that made this Patterson Games. Where's my Paverson Games. They really know their stuff when it comes to this. And they've certainly put a lot of love and desire into this game, which is nice. I mean, you can tell when you take the box lid off and everything is like, it's like, stop. We want to tell you something. There's like a little note that says, oh, all your little punch board, what you should do is put your punch board on the bottom so that way your pieces aren't moving around inside the box. You know, and there other details like that where you just have like the inserts, which are lovely little inserts, like absolutely lovely little inserts. Like they go through the extra trouble of designing the actual insert to have your piece fit perfectly inside. Nope, that's not where my piece goes. My piece goes right there. You can see that it fits right in there. Each one of these little locations is for each one of the little groupings of things. So it's a definite love affair with this game and the company. They really put a lot of effort and time into this game, which I appreciate. So I didn't play it very well, unfortunately. I think this is one of these games you got to play a couple times, try a few things, see what you like, what works for you, what doesn't work. But yeah, the ability to play with multiple different characters, each of them having their own special ability, their own special power. Your little pyramid of powers is random every time. There's like, I don't know, 30 or 40 different cards that you're going to be shuffling up and creating your little pyramid of powers that you have to work through. Sometimes you'll run into ones that are just aren't very good, I guess, for you, like I did. And obviously the market's going to be very volatile. You're going to get cards that, oh yes, I want that. And then there's other times you're going to be like, I don't need any of that. I need grains, or I need whatever. I need something else. But it's definitely an interesting, you're not going to, if you're into this theme, which, you know, we do like the theme, there's certainly a lot of theme in this, with the fact that you're taking cards out of your distillery. It is very difficult, I will say that right off the bat, though. It is not going to be an easy one. You're going to have to, you have to learn to play it. Oh, you know what we didn't do is get our money from our we will sell this before the end of the game, obviously. Let's see what we ended up getting. We had, look at this. These 3 tastings actually are lovely. We have a nice bready, leathery, malty flavor. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. 8. We would have got some more money. We would have had, how many more victory points here? 12, actually. 12 more victory points because our whiskey is worth 10 to sell, so that was good. And obviously some more money would have been nice. Ingredients, those go there. And, you know, sorting things out. Look at that. That's what we needed the last time. A 2, a 1, and a 1. Instead of a 3, 0, 0. That screwed us like jerks. Jerks. So anyways, there you go. That is distilled. Hopefully we can bring this to the channel again for you guys. If you guys enjoyed it, don't forget to hit that like button. It's not going to hurt you. I promise you that. And we'll see you all down the line. Until then, my friends, take care. And we'll see you next time. Bye for now.